Good morning, guys. It is me, Eric, back again. Whoops, went too far. I apologize for last weekend. I was just super busy. I totally lost track of time. Been working a lot. Been a super crazy week. It's been super crazy. Um, but I'm back. I've also decided to stream more than just on Sundays, because okay, how do I go over there again? Do I talk to this guy? Because just streaming on Sundays is um not gonna get me through the story. I've already have a couple of friends that went through the story pretty quickly, so we will be doing the twice a week at least, maybe 3 times depending on my schedule. But all right. So the last time we were here, let's see. I'm trying to remember what we did. I remember it was a bunch of boring stuff because we were reading through a lot of books. I am feeling a lot better, so now my throat's not gonna hurt anymore, so I can actually read everything. Um, yeah, we were finding out a whole bunch of information about Sharlyan and everything. So, we got a little stretch in before we get started. And let's go. 5 quests a day. That's the goal. Kryl appears lost in thoughts. Oh, we were talking to all of these workers. They're all being tired because there's so much inventory being brought in. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the cleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who tasked them to do it. If you're game, Draco, I have an idea. What is it, Kryl? What is it? Didn't one of the gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms up upon this gleamer. Here, we can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Leave all our hard work to me, Kryl. Terrible, terrible person. I love how they always pawn off the hard work for you, and you're like, can I just have an easy day? Erinville. You wish to help me find the marmots? I'm probably saying that wrong. I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. The name is Erinville, friend, a specialist in collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nagsian marmots is a trial I have no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack, gently, of course. Grab them by the tail, throw them in a sack. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot or you. I'll search the trees to the west and eastern part of the forest the eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Alright, let's see. So I have how many? Doesn't say how many I have to get. That looks like a Gobu, but furry. Let's see. I don't see any. What is this thing? Is it just a lantern? Ah, look. There it is. Grizzled mouse. I know I could have used my mount to do this, but I didn't think about it. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. This new armor is pretty handy. Oh, god dang it. Gotta hunt more now. Any more? Cool. Oh, you mother... Barely steadied the sack before it ran into the underbrush. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Polar bear time. I will have to get all of those ether curtains so I can start flying here. So hopefully I can get that done ASAP. I'll probably do that off screen. Unless you guys want to see it on screen. But you never know what the guest wants. It's still really pretty in here. This underground hunting troll. Is that what those things are? I never got close enough to look at the name. Looks like my neighbor Totoro got angry. Alright. Do I just gotta catch one, or do I gotta catch more than one? The rodent nimbly evades your grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. You know what they say, third time's a charm. Oh yeah, yes, that's troll. I was trying to think of a really bad joke to do, and then I decided not to do it because I'm not a terrible person. Because I don't like trolling people. Okay, I still did it, and I'm a terrible person still. But that's besides the point. Oh. Ah, here you are, you little bastard. Chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. Don't run away again. Squeak, squeak. More prepared for its speed this time, you succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Oh yeah, I don't specify on random mounts. I like to... Yes, you use random mounts, because it's... Why do you have so many and just choose one? Why not just continuously rotate through them all? But I do have the newest mount, which is very weird. I need to see what it looks like when it flies. Because I know what everything looks like when it flies, except for that one. We'll figure it out later. Erinville! How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. So I only got 1. Here is the 1. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Cutscene? Yay, cutscene! Okay. Let's see. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. Oh no, I clicked too soon. Oh well. That's not, because we're trying to get information on who is giving orders, so it kind of looks like Thancred in the back. Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who've had us working day and night, oh god damn it, suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was God, why? Stop it! I don't know what the farm has planned for these creatures, but at very least I doubt they'll be served for dinner tonight or to tomorrow. Okay. There you are, Draco. Oh, Alisaie and Alphino. And Ishtola. This is the gleaner you mentioned, the one who was looking for lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Kryl, of the students of Baldassian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the forum's decision of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture, the enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. You'll owe me in the later times. Don't worry. You'll owe me. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? A lot of things. Not really. So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun, the forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Telerophore. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, I'm inclined to trust that their calendar of events something. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet, I find it hard to believe that such comprehensive reconstructing of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief of a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And that Telafroy's declaration was what set at... It seems like not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos and more facilities we must visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there we can reach the lower... Oh no! Kryl, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We followed the path east through the forest where you were chasing after the mouse or Malmart, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. Tease the trolls? Alright. Quest 1 done. I think I'll be going to this unattuned... Oh my god, I already forgot what they're called. I want to fly, fly like an eagle into the future. Oh my god, I'm almost level 81. I wonder what new things I'll get at a higher level. Let me just attune to this aetherite. That's what it's called, an aetherite. Attune to this really quick, and then I'll finish this quest. Because, you know, teleporting everywhere is so much easier. Alright. So let's go back. No quests here yet, but we'll get some later. Alright, Alphino. Behold, the Archeon, as Nomenon serves as Sharlyans' literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance and access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens as well as detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Sharlyans' unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Ah, that's one for the day. Alphino is gazing into the Archeon with an appraising look. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Let us go speak to the custodian. For some reason, I was thinking of janitor. Are janitor and custodian the same thing? I don't think they are. They seem like they would be, but I don't think that they are. Alright, let us go. I just realized I only have 4 followers. And we're all probably in different time zones. The Archeon Custodian. Okay, let's see if I can figure this fucking text thing out. Greetings, we are here to pursue the Archeon's vaults. You're clearly not cleaners, then. God damn. We belong to the students of Baldassian, but it is relevant what was given. Believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middler tiers, yes? Might we at least make use of that? Wow. That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What, so this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our reconstructing operation is concluded. Oh, restructuring. By that time, it will all be too late, and we are so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for a moment, shall we? Students of Baldassian, Should really work on some like voice acting skills for like the other people, because there's no way I would be able to do Alphina or Istola or Cryle or Alice. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one no further. Oh, wait, this one further. Move this way so you see everybody. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Now we're movers. If only we had someone that used to work for a moving company. Inside joke between me and my friends. Ooh, look. Right there. Bemused student. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archeon, even though we found Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it is wandering around tranquility, and so we thought it not to donate it to the vaults. The fuck is in that thing? Honest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. Okay, so the other one's probably on this side then. Or not. Oh. Bone-weary worker. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a Gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Alright. So, well, let's get a mount just in case. Where are you? ¿Dónde estás? I wish I could speak another language. Ah. Hey, look, it's Erinville. Oh, don't tell me she lost the marmoots again. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me in this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1 very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green and its cry distinctive. Caw! Single it out and shoot it with this sleeping dart. Oh, am I going to do the aiming thing? The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down out by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. So it's a green hornbill. Search your surroundings for the hornbill. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the hornbill and use the blowgun with the left clicking thing on the mouse. Oh. Oops. Whack, whack, cuckoo. She said it made a caw. Large green. So is it that one? She said it was a hornbill. I'm guessing it's this one because... God dang it! Stop moving! Two, three. Nope. Hit the right bird with the dart. Okay, so I did. You look so peaceful sleeping. Sometimes I wish some of the creatures in here were real. I mean, having a mount, being able to travel that way instead of using cars.
Nicely done. trash this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Huh. He actually has a voice. I also thought Erinville was a girl. I forgot that they have male bunny people now.
There you are. Any new revelations? So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Dun dun dun.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers hand-picked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
So they're hurting the monsters?
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill?
They're creating chimeras!
An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidio, thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
Sustenance.
They're comparatively hardy species, too, able to endure hard climates. And among them are specimens...
Sorry, guys.
An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
You can take me down the elevator. Or I can take you down the elevator. Whatever you like.
You might reward us after a fashion, then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will, of course, follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Put us in a crate. We're the monsters now.
Don't forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos.
It's abandoned, isn't it?
While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome. But consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you'd do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
I said good day. Oh, hello, other person watching.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Warning, if you have not played this game, then, you know, spoilers, my darling, spoilers. To the mines! 'Cause what's mine is mine, and what's yours is craft. Beep beep. Beep beep meow. If anybody gets that reference, then you are a true host. Then you are a true Homestuckian. Beep beep meow. A labyrinth screamer. Screaming in the labyrinth. Is this? Oh, it's labyrinthios, but I would think more labyrinth, like the labyrinth with David Bowie. But whatever. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Let's go down there. Woo! Level 81. Let's go down. The medical circuit. LSA seems eager to get underway. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Yes, because that's the best thing to do in a cave is separate. I see everybody else going in with their vehicles and mounts. I'm going in too. I discovered a new location. Oh, these caves aren't that crazy, but I don't want to fight anything. Mithril cap. Is this where you get the mithril stuff? Survey and defeats enemies. The cave's big. You know, I think this is the first time I've actually had somebody watch me live, so it's very weird to see the number 2 by my stream. But thank you, I still appreciate it. I do plan on streaming more, so hopefully you return again. And if not, that's totally cool. Like... And then, of course, this will be going up on YouTube, and then that person left, but that's fine. People come and go. Like, it takes time to learn how to stream. I'm barely learning how to stream. But if anybody is interested, sometime next year, we will be doing a D&D stream. It'll be my first time being a Dungeon Master. If you don't know what D&D stands for, then you are not a true nerd. I only allow true nerds on this channel. No. But, you know, Dungeons & Dragons, I will be the Dungeon Master. It'll be my first campaign, so there's going to be a lot of hiccups. But almost everything is going to be homebrewed. I'm going to try to do everything not by the book, but... not by the book, but by the book at the same time. Because of course, like, the monsters that are in the book are going to be there. But I'm creating a whole new race, which I am not going to release until me and my friends stream. But I am creating a new race with some variants currently. I can't tell you what it is, because it's going to be a secret. But my friends are already excited. One of them will be playing that race, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least, and I promise the tunnel has delivered us. Oh, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medical circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see some evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Can't remember, is this 2 or 3? Let's Okay, so this is the third one. So we'll be doing 2 more quests. I just had to think back about what we did in each quest because I always forget. But alright. Serving the area. This is a really tiny farm. Look, it's grapes. And pumpkins. But they're not called grapes and pumpkins. Aha! Now I know where we are. This is Mariel Ag something. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilizing in foreign lands. And this facility coordinates and oversees those efforts, the fruits of their research to go feed their Labyrinth colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora, foods so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. 'Tis possible they know something of the forum's plans, and their underlying motivations worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Alright. Gotta get some information. Are they all gonna be cutscenes? Jebke. Are you male or female so I know what to do? Oh, okay, you're male. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors. Not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? He looks like a softie. The mine shaft, you say? Well, we're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists and a malm long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed that we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation, and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Alright, so they told them to give more seeds, and they've already studied those seeds. I don't know why it is when I talk. Okay. Male or female? Another male? Maybe? Of course, the light of the artificial sun is not so brilliant as the real one. However, it allows us to grow crops without having to worry about inclement weather or change in seasons, making the results of experimentation much more consistent. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop the hill over there. Gods, hauling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. So one talked about the artificial sun, the other one was talking about... Wait, what hill? Oh, that hill. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular I don't know that word. Locale? In the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilzabad. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, in which transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory has ever contested, as you might expect, used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Almonis. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as researchers' ideal environment, one whose climates we've strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Oh wait, where am I going? So I'm going up the hill. Okay. Stray tomato? Oh no. A corrigan? An onion? Another location discovered. I love how each mount has its own. Okay, stacked boxes. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents, bundles of common seeds and saplings accompanied by sheaves of reports. Cutscene! Ooh, those flowers are really pretty. Do they look
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Who are you?
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
I don't know what that means.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Sharlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
It couldn't be flowers from when the worlds are together, could it?
Have you learned aught of interest?
Yeah, they're taking all the stuff that they already know about up this hill. And this flower.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly. Isn't that the entrance to the arcade?
There's Erenville.
I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on the conversation? What of the risks?
Risk is my middle name.
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions, and no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Kryle, what's up with you and the flowers?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan. I'm glad you agree.
She connecting with the flowers in some way?
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Everybody nods.
I can almost reach you.
Reach who, Kryle? Reach who? Heidelin? You don't want to talk to Heidelin. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's evil. Well, I mean, she's not evil, but still. She's hurt a lot of people that we love. Is Kryle still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. She's right here, Ishtola. She's right there. Literally right there. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Number 4. Erenville was headed westwards along the path outside the Arcane. Is it Arcane or Archeon? I don't know. Come, we can still catch him. Oh, wait. How are you flying already? Ah. And we're running. And Pefredo? Pefrero? Is it an Italian word? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody that's Italian. Alright. Cutscene. Voice acted? No. Hold on a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logistican Beta, one of the Labyrinthos climate control centers. It should have its own lifts with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. Because people don't like to walk? But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. I knew that word. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Disguising ourselves. Hippity hop, my little toads. Goodness. Did we turn into toads? God damn it, Ishtola. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, worry not. It will wear off within the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magics fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. Thanks, Ishtola, because that's what I wanted to be. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Stop being distracted. Which reminds me, where are the creatures hereabouts in the Forum? You are essentially defenseless. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress within the quest objectives. You will return from your transfigured status if you move too far away. Look to your map for the transfigurations areas Transfiguration's area of effect. Ribbit, ribbit. Alfie Toad and Ally Toad are now accompanying you. See them at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, putting too much distance between you, or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Alright, come on, Alpha Toad and Ally Toad. Alright, let's see. So we're going... Ooh, gotta be careful. Should I go up? Let's try going up. Do other players see me as a toad right now? I wonder if other players see me as a toad. That'd be super weird. Okay. We made it, guys. We made it. Oh, cool. So they do see us as toads, because there's a toad right there. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad attempts and fails to shake his head, but you nevertheless understand that he is telling you this is the wrong way. What? How is this the wrong way? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Ally Toad turns to face north. Perhaps she is suggesting you cross the bridge. So we cross the bridge. Then try this. Oh god. Okay. Let's try to go around the axe. It's probably gonna have to go up. So let's go this one. Yep, I think that's it. It's gotta be here, right? Yeah, this looks like the end. Nice cutscene! Dibbit, dibbit.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we appreciate the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
The end of days, my boy. The end of days.
In an age long past, Sharlyan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish to plead,
Dang right for now.
I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the forum.
He knows.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
Ha! I knew it.
While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Poof.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
He's a magic user, duh.
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Oh, that's true. He handles a lot of animals. Well, do you have to go back transfigured? I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived, yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. They're collecting shit! They're collecting everything because it's the end of days! Sharlyan has been called to action and the I hate that word so much. Telerophoroi declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. Alright, guys. Last quest of the day, a guide of sorts. LSA is staring off in the direction Erenville departed, a thoughtful look on her face. Ooh, she in love. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all of its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Ishtola and Kryle for the moment, see what they think of this. I swear English is my first language, but it doesn't seem like it. Go, my magical unicorn, go. Look, it's more foggies. Oh, that's what these 5 quests have been pretty short because I'm only like an hour in. I think the last 2 we were what, 3 hours. This one's going to be the last one of the day until tomorrow. If you want to rewatch this, of course, just check out my Twitch channel. If you want to watch it somewhere else, I'm also be posting all of these on YouTube. I don't talk that much, I know. There's not really much going on in the chat, but that's fine. That gives y'all more time to focus on the story if that's what y'all's focus is. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? We did, and he knew we were toads. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Kryle, then discuss how we'd like to proceed, assuming we find her back at the farm. She was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey and the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. To the flowers! Antelope. We all know she's by the flowers. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I do have to sneeze, though. I love being able to turn off my mic so that I don't have to sneeze all over it and y'all have to hear a loud sneeze right in y'all's ears. Leave me alone, Onion. My name isn't Steven. Yep, I knew it. What's wrong, Kryle? Oh my god, she picked one. What are you doing?
For you, the spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
What?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but
Oh my god, are you Minfilia's replacement?
Thank you.
Hydaelyn is Kryle is Minfilia's replacement.
She has left me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment.
So you want to use magic on me?
It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well.
So you're not heartless.
Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will. Blue will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
I'm a little upset that I chose this one now. Should have chose the other one first. Unless she appears again in the other one.
that was all too brief. Already she seems so far away.
Kryle, I swear if you die at the end of the story, I'm gonna cry so hard.
My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I've sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Hydaelyn herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts. That
A
unusual
guide of sorts.
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
Little by little, we'll chip away.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Dun dun dun. I mean, we did come to the lower level without taking the elevator, so we can't say we didn't do anything wrong. Oh, shit. It's Papa.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlyan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian.
Aww.
Operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Why you gotta use big word?
We may not have entered Sharlyan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
Dun dun
It is
dun.
not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
You're an Asian, aren't you?
We will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Their dad's an Asian. Their dad has to be an Asian.
Be our fate. Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha?
But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Ooh. He went to the restricted section.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Let us go.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
The rostra awaits. So we're all on trial? Even Cryo? Didn't mean to rhyme there. But you know, it's Christmas. What are you hiding? Look, it's Graha. Is this the scene that was in the thing? Oh, look. I don't think I've ever, or I don't remember ever seeing Cryo with her hood down. She looks so cute.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The Forum will come to order.
This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlian assistance.
Because you're a jerk.
Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
You're not interfering.
They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Or worse, expelled. You really need to sort out your priorities.
Good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlian, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Call him out, Ishtola. Call him out.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
What'd you find?
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlian society.
You always like to be neutral. Makes sense.
Once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now,
There is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
Okay, what happened?
The
207.
very same period when Sharlian scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
So what
You found
happened?
something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh so important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Oh, is he dying?
Yes, we are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival.
How do you plan on surviving without fighting back?
We shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
No, father, it's...
Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
his best friend.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Scholar Montrachet. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Yeah, we're just trying to get knowledge.
We will have order.
We're not trying to change anybody.
Master Montrachet raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlian. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Is that a lot of them? Is that half of them? I can't. There's too many to count.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
Face the consequences.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
And this sucks. So I can't get any more information. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious study of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of substance here in Sharlayan. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is 5 quests right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been fun. It's been cool. Hopefully I can get a camera soon and you can actually see the reactions on my face while I record, because I'll have the camera set up like probably around here somewhere, or maybe here, since this will be the part that is the most empty, but we shall see. Anyways, until tomorrow, thank you all for watching. If you didn't watch me live, don't worry. This will, of course, will be on YouTube, or you can always just check out the channel, and everything will be there as well. You guys have a good one, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!